Welcome to the Green Wasp Removal YouTube channel. In this episode, we continue training and mentoring the Manchester University Wasp Team as we take on a very aggressive native species of wasp called Eastern Yellowjacket, or Vespula maculifrons. As you can see here, the technique involves stimulating an attack response by making noise and vibration outside the nest, and as hundreds or thousands of wasps flood out of the nest to attack, we collect them through vacuum extraction, and we have special containers that we have made for this, and then we attach them to vacuums, and this allows us to completely control the swarm as they hover around the nest attempting to attack the gear. The mesh screen filter inside the collection bottles prevents them from being drawn down into the vacuum itself, so all of the live wasp specimens stay inside the collection bottle. The bottle is then detached from the vacuum gear and brought back to the vehicle. And as you see here, we keep dry ice or frozen CO2 right in the vehicle. And this cooler filled with dry ice is where we freeze the live wasp specimens. This flash freezing process preserves their venom at the highest quality possible for biomedical use. And in this case, that means venom immunotherapy. That is what we do with the wasps that we collect in the field. Once we have most of the live wasp specimens collected and frozen, we then go back and dig out the brood comb. This is the structure underground that the wasps create out of wood fiber and plant material mixed with their saliva. The cells in the brood comb are where the eggs and larvae and pupae live while they go through full metamorphosis, turning into an adult wasp at the end of that process. As you see here, we then look for the queen. We go through the combs in the layers of the nest, and we sift out the dirt from the bottom of the pit that the nest had been built in. And in this case, this is where she was. She was down in the pit, and we contain her in a queen cage. Once we have the queen contained and we have all of the brood comb contained in a transport container, we then take all of that and we bring it back to the barn lab where we can incubate all of that brood comb. The final step in the field is treating the area with a non-toxic spray made of soap and water and essential oils. That's it. No toxins, no poisons required. Once we take the brood comb back to our vespiary, we can incubate it inside an incubation box that's specific to each species. Here you see a Vespula maculifrons, or Eastern Yellowjacket, incubation box, which is a converted old freezer, which is no longer functional. It's only used as a box. We cut a hole in the side, and from here we collect thousands more wasps for venom immunotherapy each season. As the nests hatch out inside, we remove them and put in fresh nests that then pupate out. It's a continuous cycle that goes throughout the wasp season. Let's take you back now to September 11th, 2025, and we're going to show you the entire job. As always, we appreciate you riding along with us today. If you do find the content on our channel educational or entertaining or helpful to you in any way, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment to let us know you're there. Enjoy the show. September 11, 2025. Today we have a ground nest at a private residence in the backyard of a rural property. In their mow path, just adjacent to the mow path, there is a very active ground nest here. Already active this morning, even though it's pretty chilly out. So we haven't taken a species ID yet. We'll do that shortly. They have a second nest up under the nut trees over here next to the house. That one we cannot reach because it has a lot of poison ivy all over the underside of this tree. So we can't dig the nest or we'll end up contaminating all of our gear. So because of that, what we're gonna do is just drown the nest out with soap and water. They left us a large garden hose that extends all the way back to the water spigot. So the client is prepared, and we're gonna just go ahead and dump dish soap down the hole and drown it out with water. That way we don't have to use poisons. But the nest is in here underneath the tree, and we probably are not gonna bother filming this, but that's the plan for the second nest. All right, we have Colleen here from the MU Wasp Team. She's just capturing a couple specimens, and we're going to see what we have here. All right, let's see if it slowed them down a little bit.
Not yet.
It's a little bit of a large container to do the shakes.
And it's got that wide
Yep,
anchor
there's that
shape.
wide anchor. That's definitely maculifrons. See that, Katie? Big wide anchor shape. Okay, so we are rigged for the right one. It is September 11th, 2025. I'm here with the MU Wasp team. That's Katie and Colleen today, two of our most experienced pros. All right, we're gonna dig up a ground nest today, and it is already very active. Lots of traffic coming and going. There they are. So Colleen is setting up adjacent to the hole, but not covering the hole. And the reason we do this is because, as you see, the wasps will come and go visually from this hole. They'll just keep coming in and out because they can see where they live. And we interrupt their flight path, and that's how we collect them while they come and go. If you block the entire hole, they are unable to get home, and all they do is circle around. That makes it less efficient. They're already hesitant to come out, as you can see. All right, let's do a couple of whacks on it because some of them are already out, but not all of them. We'll whack it a few times and then we'll split and go to the first nest. There we go. Let's go drown out that other nest where the nest is out. Keep giving it a few whacks until you see a ton of activity. All right, we have got a very nice collection going already. As you can see here, there's a lot in the bottle from the first time we stirred them up, and we just stirred them up again. There's a lot being collected. I'm standing by, staying out of the way, and the reason for that is it's more efficient to have them focus on this device. All of their stinging and all of their attacking and all of their alarm pheromoning over here. That way, when they come out to fight, they get collected, as you can see here, instead of attacking us, wasting a lot of their energy and time. And the more they attack us, the more it gets stuck in our gloves, for example, and then less are available to be collected for venom immunotherapy. Here we are done with the phase 1 collection where we collect everything that's flying and everything that will come out to attack. That's a lot of wasps in there. Fills up the whole lower part of the container. So good job, we are done with phase 1. Now we go into phase 2 and we dig out the nest brood comb. So we're gonna go get a container to put the brood comb in, and we're gonna freeze what we have so far. All right, here's our first collection of the day. Very, very full collection bottle. It was good to get here early in the morning. Colleen is now going through the freezing process. I'll take that. She's taking out the insulation, and what we have in here is frozen CO2, which is dry ice. She's gonna dig out enough room for this container, and then we're gonna bury it in this ice. That way it's surrounded by ice on all sides. That's the best way to flash freeze the specimens for venom immunotherapy. And it freezes the venom at the highest quality, which is why we carry it now in the vehicle all the time. Insulation. It may not all fit, if not you can layer it out, but try to get in as much as you can. There you go. All right, good to go. Now we go dig them up. Let's get a container. Okay, so at this point, we are now at the point where we get to dig. And I forgot my knee pads, so I'll be back with those. No, you guys can use them. I'll be back with them. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move a bunch of the surface dirt, and we're gonna try to figure out which way the tunnel moves underground. And we're gonna dig toward the direction of that tunnel until we find that nest.
Good to start digging?
Well, I'm just thinking, let me re-rig a bottle so we have something that will collect.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, leave it in there for a bit. Just let it sit down. Maybe put it up on that. All right, let's keep it going for a bit. That's good. Let's just stay out of their way while they get collected for a while. How's pressure look on that? That's pretty good. Got tons of pheromone on me from yesterday, so I was just completely sprayed. My maculifrons collection box.
Oh, right.
Oh, plus I was all over town collecting, but this maculifron box. So you see paper?
I do.
All right, we're getting to the paper already.
Yep.
There you go, there's some comb, I think. Is that comb or just paper?
Paper.
There you go. I think we're at the top layer. We're real close. Yep, there you go. Excellent. Let's try to dig all the way around it and see how big this puppy is. Try to find the full circumference before we damage it. Okay, here's nest. Hold on. Let's get it into the container. Any pieces that come up, drop them right in here. And keep an eye out for the queen from this point forward. Here's the queen cage. Shake off the dirt before you put it in, please. And keep an eye out for that queen. She'll be a runner. Look at that, it's a good sized nest. All these are queen combs on top. Okay, thank you. Let's do a quick scan for the queen, and then we'll start doing layer by layer queen hunt in the nest. Pull all the brood comb out and put it in with the nest. She could be anywhere in there, so sift pretty carefully. Any more comb in there?
No, not that I see.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do a queen hunt inside the bin. Use this as your tool, and we'll go layer by layer, just flipping the layers till we see a queen. You guys ready? Pop them pretty quickly or she'll run.
see now.
Should be in there somewhere.
Where? Maybe?
Should be pretty bright yellow and large.
Maybe not.
Dig through some of the debris. This is a big one.
Oh, here's yours.
You got her? Excellent. Here's the queen cage. Good eyes, Colleen. You get a little dirt with her, that's okay. You got her? Let's see.
Yep.
Make sure she's in. Let's take a peek. Keep her right there for a sec. All right, thanks. That's our girl. She's a biggie. All right, looks great. Well, good job. You guys made quick work of that. Pros, I say. All right, good deal. Let's cap off our queen, close up our bin, and we'll put that right in the incubation bin later. Great. Let me go get the spray. All right, so the next step in this process, once we have the brood comb contained for venom immunotherapy and incubation, no, it's good. You just drown it.
Okay.
Think so?
Yep. Drown
I
it out.
suppose without the queen, they can't do much.
Yep, they can rebuild it. We want to kill everything that's in there and just enough of the water and the soap and the essential oils. It's a non-toxic mix. That's all you need. That'll drown everything and suffocate everything in there. Give it a real good saturation all the way through, because they're digging down into the dirt pretty deep already. And make sure you do all of these sides really well too. So this process prevents wasps from rebuilding, even though they generally would not have much success with that with no queen. It just helps the client, because we're right on a mow path here. He comes right along here with his lawnmower. So the fewer we have left for him to deal with, the safer he'll be. Try not to hit the shovel with the oil if you can. Watch the kink right at the handle. That's usually what cuts off your spray. There you go.
I like the tank a bit low.
All right, looking good. So the last of these foragers that are out in this environment, all these beautiful wildflowers and trees, they are out and will come back looking for their house. And now their pheromone has been blown away by our oil spray, and they'll know that this is no longer a place to live. And if they try to dig through this dirt, they'll be exposed to the oil, and that'll kill them. Try not to breathe too much of that stuff, guys. It's not toxic, but you don't want that in your breathing path as an aerosol, just in general. Give it a good spray all around the border. Probably up about 6 inches out, you know. That's great. It's a perfect amount to get this job done, and we can refill it today later. All right, that looks good. I think that's good enough. As always, thank you for your good work. Colleen, a pro. A pro in the field every time. I appreciate you guys. All right, so what we have here is a Vespula maculifrons nest. Big nest that we're going to be able to incubate for venom immunotherapy back at the barn lab. So thank you very much. Looks fantastic. There's one more load here we'll freeze, but the biggest load we've already froze, and we got a ton of wasps out of there today. So thanks for your help. See you on the next one. So we have relocated our nest into this space. Lots of nests in there. Really good population.